It's been one of those days sorting out stuff today, and I turned to the book I've just shown you, Arthur and the Anglo-Saxon Wars by Osprey. I was sent it many years ago to review. Never ever reviewed it. So I opened it today, and this is what I saw. I looked at this chronology and I started to think, hang on a minute, this don't look good. This really doesn't look good. And I'll tell you why this doesn't look good now. I'll just give a little bit of a read with my mug in it, and I'll tell you what's wrong. Now, this author from Men at Arms. Start again. Maybe I should. The author, David Nicol, greatly illustrated by Angus MacBride. What? Men at Arms, Osprey, Arthur and the Anglo-Saxon Wars. I sent this years ago, right? And I never ever reviewed it. I sort of took it along to one of my classes, and I think that must have been about 2000 and something. Anyway, so chronology. Let's have a little look at this chronology. King Arthur, eat your heart out. So, what do I disagree with first? Anyway, first things first. AD 300. Capital of Roman Empire transferred to Constantinople. That's not true. It's really not. That's not true on a few technicalities. Next, AD 360 to AD 432. Egyptian-style monastic community established at Candida Casa on Solway Firth. Tumbleweed on that one. 3 AD 383. Many Roman troops withdrawn to continent by Magnus Maximus. When it says many, right, there's still huge garrisons along sort of Hadrian's Wall and Cardiff and Saguntium and shore forts on the east coast. So how many troops he took, who knows. AD 407. Last Roman regular troops withdrawn from Britain. I hate it when I come up with these figures. I wonder who actually comes up with this nonsense. And lots of archaeological evidence actually say that there's a big sort of push for industrialisation in the north beyond 400 years AD. The south's in a bit of trouble because there's a few diseases, but that's life. That's another lecture. So AD 410, Roman emperor tells Britons to look to their own defence. Absolutely crap. That's absolute crap. That's rubbish. Honorius has sent letters from Britonium, which is south of frigging Rome. It's not Britain at all. So that's nonsense. It really is. Oh God, I'm falling asleep now. So AD 429, circa. These are all circa dates basically. Britons and not Romano Britons. Britons. Under St. Germanus of Auxerre defeat Anglo-Saxon and Pictish pagan raids in Alleluia battle. Now, again, nonsense. AD 432, St. Patrick's mission to Ireland. I will give the Irish that. Now, there's probably a massive Christian community already in Ireland at this point. Oh, there you go. 442 to 456. This is a crincher, right? Let's have a little look at the book again. Book's falling on the ground. There it is. There you go. By the way, cut my fingers. Don't ask. Yeah, filthy. Right. So there we go. Rebellion by Anglo-Saxon troops in southeast Britain. I'm not sure I pressed the record button. Well, I'm sure I was showing you something in the book. Yeah. I'm not going to edit this because it can't be asked. But that point there, rebellion by Anglo-Saxon troops in southeast Britain. There it is. There. Look at my filthy fingers. Blood. Don't ask what I've been doing. Right. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, who are these troops rebelling against, right? So if you go by this silly historical narrative that the Roman military left Britain in AD 410, which is total nonsense, garrisons still operational at Burdeswold, archaeological evidence, yes, by AD 430, and we've still got loads of villas sort of putting mosaics in 420 or whatever, right? Chedworth being one of them. So Who are these Anglo-Saxons rebelling against between AD 442 and 456? Who? What? Yeah? So if they're rebelling, if somebody's saying they're rebelling against something, they're obviously rebelling against the existing Roman era administration that's still in Britain at that stage, surely to God. And where's that stuff come from? Huh? Anyway. It's almost as if the Anglo-Saxons are important. Do you know what I mean? AD 446, the groans of Britain appeal for help to General Aetius in Gaul. Plague ravages Britain. I agree with the plague bit. We got archaeological evidence for that in Cirencester. And probably Caliva Atropatum and elsewhere. AD 449, the nonsense of Hengist and Horsa. AD 456, Anglo-Saxons of Kent defeat Britons at Creckenford. Britain's retreat to London. See, this is historical stuff. There's no archaeological evidence for any of this, right? Don't worry, we're not going to go on, folks. Anyway, we're going to do the last bit now. Have a look at the book again. Anyway, there's that battle there. Cressenford, right? Dirty fingers again. And there we go. So we're looking at that. AD 464, Saxon king, Order Vacrius, ruling area near Lourdes, Loire. Can't say it. Estuary Gaul. Alright then. Fair enough. And then the next one. Here we go. The British king, Reothamus, Ambrosius Aurelianus, fights Visigoths in Gaul. And that guy's meant to be the real King Arthur. I knew him. He looked a bit like me. Not that I look like Caligula in that film, that sort of whatever. Anyway. AD 476. Deposition, is that right? Of the last Western Roman Emperor, Romulus, or Decius. Love it. So anyway, we're looking at this, and it's total a load of tosh. So I'm not going to read any further. If any of you guys want me to read further about this chronology, I will. So there you go. Just let me know. Love you lots. Let's have one more look at the book. There you go, and I'll wash my hands next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and we love you all, man. Peace.